push to $5-6 on this DD. Looks like we're not getting it. There are some potential mean reversion trades setting up. I was hoping for more push on some of these, like Square, Shopify, Snow, SPXL. And everything gold related is flagging nicely. That's great. Chris, I love you. I love you too. I'm back. I was back on Friday. Oh my god, Moss, this is the one I bought at $41. And now it's at 64. Okay, yeah. Nice, I took a loss on it. Yeah, wheat is something I'm looking at. Absolutely, it's gonna trigger actually. Looks like we're gonna have mass starvation soon, so if the war continues. So buying some wheat ETF may not be a bad thing. No idea. You want to make 200 million trading very small stocks? Good luck. Just a hint. You won't be able to trade very small stocks when you start hitting 5-10 million threshold. But good luck getting to 200 million. Well, actually, it's true. He never said what currency. Could have been Russian rubles or something. Oh, this Maln. I was looking at this thing, this flag on the 60-minute and a daily, but I passed on it, man. Oh. It's gonna go to $5-6 now. I'm looking at the gold related flags, the Chainag, Nugget and the NEM and all these gold names. And I'm also looking at some of these names, like some of these tech related names for a potential mean reversion, but I'm not sure. Today is not the day. Maybe later this week if they keep going. We'll see. Just stalking them for now. So other than that, not much I plan to do. Why did I pass on SDNE? Because I don't like these types of bottom type of... I mean, they can work sometimes, but they, you know... It looks exactly like ZG, or Z, sorry. Exactly like Z. It went for a few days, then it got rejected on the 100th day and just went lower. And, you know, it's a good chance it's gonna be the same. I like to buy stuff that are not in downtrends, unless it's a mean reversion trade, like K-Web. That one I bought as a mean reversion trade. But, you know, like EPs or breakouts of the lows, not with my time frames. I usually want to hold stuff for weeks or months. You know, those usually are tricky, to be honest. Wheat ETF is nuts. If there's any confusion where the volume came from, that's me. I just doubled the volume. You can do whatever size you want. This is the great thing about some of these ETFs. They like, you look at the volume, it's like, oh, there's no volume, but you can do whatever size you want. Best thing ever. I'm like the worst pumper ever. I'm a failed pumper. I need to make money on my own. I'm too dumb to be a good pumper. I'm such a loser. You front ran my first ad? Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I that slow? Oh, this is embarrassing. Hey, Stock Daddy, did you front run me on NEM? Hopefully. Man, I hate you guys. That's why I always make more money when I'm not streaming. I always make more money when I'm not streaming. Wonder why. Moss making new... Okay, from now on, no one is allowed to mention Moss. I can't believe it. I said it before. I bought it there at like 41 or 42, I think it was. A decent size. And then they reported, I think it was... I don't know which day it was. I think it could have been this day, 23rd of February. They reported and the stock was trading at like $40 in after hours. And I just put my order out there at like $40 or something. And I'm like, yeah, they're never gonna fill it because it traded no volume. But I just put my order there just in case, you know, trying to get out as much as possible. And the next day, you know, wake up, I see, you know, they took all my order in after hours. And then the stock is straight up since. The stock is literally up 66% since. So I took a loss on this stock. LAC, yeah, this LAC is interesting on the monthly and yeah, weekly looks really good. I would prefer it to tighten up a little bit. TAN, yeah, it's the solar ETF. It's I don't know, but I'm looking some of these solar names, EMPH, SCDG. They look good. The strength. You know, as long as energy prices keep going up, you know, these things will go up too. They're all correlated. It's energy too. As long as oil prices go up, so. You think shorting Tesla feels very risky because shareholders are very emotional? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, you need a setup. Okay, you need to study setups. That's what you need to do. And you should start following the instructions on the screen. Get a little bit of grip at what type of setups there are, and just study hundreds or even thousands of variations of the same setup. And then you can forget all about these dumb things like shareholders are very emotional. You're overthinking things. Tesla shareholders are exactly like shareholders of every other stock. No difference. Forget about the shareholders. Focus on setups. Setups. You don't need to care about anyone else's emotions. What you need is a setup and a grasp of your own emotions. That's all you need. Don't worry about other people's emotions. It's all in the setup. Once you forget about other people's emotions, that's when you start making a shit ton of money. Trust me on that one. Oh, Didi, maybe we're gonna get that 5-6 push. Ooh, I really hope this thing goes like, I don't know, 550 today and tomorrow gaps up to $6 or something, goes straight down to 4 intraday. This thing is something I would do millions of shares on. So liquid. Remember when this thing was $1.70 just the other day? Hopefully we're gonna be in a multi-year bull market for these commodity names. Well, actually, I don't really care. I just want a multi-year bull market. I don't care what stocks. Actually, I prefer if it weren't commodity stocks, because it would mean things would get very expensive. I would rather have tech stocks go up, but doesn't really matter. We trade the setups. We are in the stocks the market wants. That's our job. UPSD for mean version on the short side, dude. Actually, you know what? It's not too bad. It's actually a pretty big move off the lows, so it's like 55%. Yeah, it could work, and it's day 5. You know what? It could work. I'm a little bit uncertain. It's not like a super obvious one, but it could work. It would be better if it started speeding up from here, but has Mark figured out what UPSD does yet? I don't know. He needs to get his sound in order first. He broke up. He needs to get his tech stuff working. Maybe then he can figure it out. KR is a good setup. I just don't care about this one. I mean, so much stuff right now. There's only so much I can own. I just, bought a bunch of gold-related things. I bought this wheat. I don't know what they do. I guess it's food. And I'm already in a bunch of stuff from before. There's only so many things I can. But yeah, KR is a nice setup. Nothing wrong with it. It's a really good setup. Very good setup. Very, very good. Looks like some of these tech software names are starting to mean revert a bit. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is in a channel. Bitcoin is building higher lows. Interesting. But on the weekly looks a bit vulnerable. Yeah, NUE. I actually had it on my watch list before the open, but I removed it. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a good setup. Another one, really good setup. Like, yeah, this is it. This is what it's all about. You stick to setups. You let the market tell you where the money goes. No need to anticipate a bunch of things that may never happen. DDS following through at oh yeah, I finally broke this long base on Friday. Looks like, yeah. Yeah, a lot of these stores, department stores, grocery stores. My entry and thought process in uranium names, URNM, URA. Well, because they broke out of these flags 3 sessions ago, actually 2 sessions ago. I was in the first breakout, got stopped out and rebought it once they found support on this rising 20-day moving average. Same thing with URA. And they had also these longer term trend breaks, so not very long term, but that was my thought process. Snap, yeah, because they are in downtrends. This is why you don't buy stuff in downtrends unless it's a meaner version. This is what happens. These moving averages matter. If you study where the biggest moves start, they don't start in, well, obviously, you know, many big moves start in downtrends, but it's easier to catch big moves once they're not in downtrends anymore. Because you don't know which move is gonna be the next big movers. It's better to wait for the flags. And especially when you see some type of relative strength too. Come on, wheat, you can do this. Come on. Wait, last time it broke out, it had a 63% move. Hopefully it can get back to, get to mid-teens this time. That would be nice. Hopefully this mullen goes to like $6-7. That would be great. Alright guys, thanks for joining, see you tomorrow.